is where they need to make the pass, but nobody's been able to muster enough speed so far. Can they now?
Earnhardt appears to be, in fact, moving away just slightly, although now Ernie Irvan reduces the advantage to less than a full car length. Here they come off the fourth corner for the final time. Earnhardt leading Irvan down. Is Earnhardt going to win it? Yes, he is. It's Earnhardt, Irvan, Ward Burton, Jimmy Spencer, Robert Presley, and Rick Mast.
And I don't know who that led that next group of cars across. It might have been Mark Martin.
Back straight away past the Barry Bostic car. Mark Martin closing in. Martin will have to deal with that lapped car. And now coming off turn number 4 to the checkered flag, his first career victory, Ward Burton of South Boston, Virginia. Picks up his first win in his 54th Busch Grand National start. And that should put him atop the Busch Series point standings by 5 points ahead of Dale Earnhardt. And here's second place on the right side.
He's got the inside line, but they're coming up on some lap cars. With that inside preferred lane, it looks like he's going to be able to make the move, and he has. He's got under Labonte up off 4 turns.
Gant will win it, and by just a car length, Kenny Wallace takes second, 0.8 of a second behind Harry Gant.
At 162, it was rookie Jeff Gordon who had steadily climbed his way back to the front. He led the final 35 laps and brought home his first Busch Grand National victory of his young career, beating 42 other drivers.
Victory lane. Back straightaway. Tracy Leslie bounced off the wall in 2. No matter. Here they come for the win. It is Kenny Wallace. On the bottom, Nemechek sends it sideways. 10. Bound comes sliding across. And Nemechek gets second. Bound third.
I tell you what, they were racing off 4 turns, got together, and they finished up second, third, with just a reversal when they came off the corner.
They got together and couldn't quite hold it. Nemechek got well out of shape in 4, and as he tried to save it, he just barely got into the back of Bound.
White flag coming out.
And Daniel Welch and all the folks up at the Alliance Tractor Trailer Training Center have got to be jumping up and down, watching their young driver have a chance at winning his first Speedway event, and Presley makes the move to the inside off of turn 2.
Oh, he might have slipped just a little bit, but he still has the nose up there. He's going to get him going into turn 3, but what will happen if he slides up? Harry Gant will dive right back under him. No, he backs off. And that's a smart move by Presley. Smart move. He didn't slide up in front of Harry Gant, and he can hold it on. He's going to win this race.
32-year-old Robert Presley comes out of turn 4, and Presley waves to the crowd. He will take the win. Robert Presley picks up his first win of the season and his first Super Speedway victory in Busch Grand National Racing. And when you beat Harry Gant, you haven't done a day's work.
You really have, and I'll tell you, you got to take your hat off to that young man. He drove a whale of a lap when he got up on the inside of Harry Gant. Had he gone into turn 3, run in there as hard as they normally do on the inside, he would have slipped up. Gant would have driven right back under. But he had the foresight to back off a little bit going into that turn, stay beside of Gant, knowing that he had the preferred groove, and was able to come on around and take the checker flag.
Here's the battle. There's Gant, our leader, on the final lap, as Bobby Donner now takes the 3rd spot away. Harry Gant enters turn 3. And looks like he should be able to coast to victory lane from here, as Jimmy Hensley now comes by on the inside, but all for naught as the checkered flag falls on Harry Gant. Harry Gant picked up his 20th career Busch Grand National victory. Dale Jarrett will finish back in 4th spot. You saw the car number 1 of Jeff Gordon in 5th. We mentioned Davey Allison in 2nd, and Bobby Donner, an impressive run. Mike Hillman, the crew chief.
Ken Houston hang on for 5 laps. Labonte looked to the inside, but it was a feint, and 2 cars are in the wall in 2. Jimmy Spencer and Jack Sprague.
Chuck Bound was completely up beside Labonte, but the caution came out, or he would have had that position going in 1.
4 laps to go.
And there's Spencer coming around all of them.
Will this race get restarted? 3 to go. Here's the pace car. scores a personal mark here and breaks a nearly 50-race winless streak. At his home racetrack where he started his career and has won track championships, he's the winningest Busch Grand National driver since the series started in 1982 at this racetrack, and he takes the checkered flag for his 8th Busch Grand National victory at Hickory.
Sometimes you win races. He won the war today, and I'm telling you, it was a war from the start.
For that Slim Jim car. And around turn 4 to the checkered flag, Bobby Labonte earns his 3rd career Busch Grand National victory. 2nd will go to Chuck Bound. 3rd to Kenny Wallace, who holds off Robert Presley and Joe Nemechek.
The 12th and final caution came for this multi-car spin in turn 2. Richard Lassiter tried to get it going again, but this painful pirouette left Lassiter fuming and forced the field to finish under the caution. Burton took the checkers, but his car was penalized following post-race inspection for using a rear-end carrier assembly that did not meet NASCAR specifications for the series. Burton was repositioned to last place, and Bobby Dotter was awarded his 1st Busch Grand National victory.
2 car lengths back. Back straightaway, final time.
Yeah, they're coming up on a slow car.
Enter that corner right there. That'll be Bobby Dotter, last week's winner. This week's lap car, after getting involved in that incident. Bodine eases up. Here comes Labonte coming hard, but he's going to run out of room, and Todd Bodine will score his 2nd Busch Grand National victory. 51 weeks after his first triumph at Dover, Delaware, and there's the battle for 4th spot. Chuck Bound holds on over Jimmy Hensley.
Trying that high side with a couple of laps to go, about a lap and a half to go. Here's Bodine high, Trickle low, and Trickle right back after him. 2nd place. Biggest payday. Whoa, in the wall, both cars. Bodine and Trickle loose, crashing as we get down to the end of this one. White and yellow are out on the track.
Checker's going to be coming out this time.
Checkers will come out when they come by. It will be Jeff Gordon taking it home, but it looks like that 2nd position is going to end up in the hands of Bobby Labonte, and it could move Morgan Shepherd to 3rd. Let's sort this one out. Here is Bodine getting fired. He's trying to get back to the line. They're coming back to cross. Here is Bodine completing that lap. Checkers are out, and it is over in an unbelievable finish. The winner is Jeff Gordon. The battle, look at the toe-in on car number 34. It took a lick.
Do they have any finishes at Charlotte that they don't have a wreck on the last lap? It's unbelievable the way these races have ended the last few weeks here.
For the 2nd time this year, Jeff Gordon has won. I'm concerned about Dick Trickle. There's a group down around that car number 2, and we haven't seen much movement out of the car. 20-year-old Pittsboro, Indiana's Jeff Gordon flies to victory in the Baby Ruth Ford here in the Champion Spark Plug 300 this afternoon. At the finish line, Bobby Labonte will get 2nd. Morgan Shepherd will come home 3rd. Dale Jarrett 4th.
Burton in 6th. Into turn 3. And now rounding out of turn 4 to take his 4th career Busch Grand National victory, Robert Presley wins the Goodwrench Delco Batteries 200.
Oh boy, you talk about a smiling face now. He'll have one. This guy enjoys winning.
So Presley gets the checker. Jeff Burton finishes 2nd. And Robert Presley will move to 2nd in the point standing.
Slides up the racetrack. Labonte taps him just a bit. They're on the straightaway in the backstretch for the final time. Labonte now looks to the outside.
Going on the outside.
Spencer tries to ride him up the racetrack, down to the stripe.
Hey, all right.
Spencer wins by 3/4 of a car length, and his crew, as you might expect, goes crazy on pit road. Labonte nicked the wall in turn 1. As he crossed the start-finish line, a valiant effort at the end. Bobby Labonte suckering Jimmy Spencer. I'm going inside, I'm going inside. And when it came down, he went for the outside, didn't make it. But they're very happy. Jimmy Spencer.
At least certainly Ernie thinks they're still under green. Now the swing to the outside around the stop machine of Jeff Gordon. There it sits. And here they come.
Well, I'm not too sure that they're not catching.
They are closing up on Irvin. This will be lap 61. There'll be one lap to go after they come back.
Boy's all over him right here.
Turn 10. One more corner. Todd Bodine looking for his third Busch Grand National victory. Cannot make the dive under Ernie Irvin, and they will come to the caution flag. Labonte almost lost the car trying to get.
They got the yellow and the white flag at the same time, so one lap to go, and they're going to put that car, you know, they're going to run this thing the last lap, just like it is. It's going to have to be caution up there where the car is, but they're racing.
But now caution is out at the start-finish line. So we may there's the pace car, so technically we are under a full course yellow. A rather confusing end to the phase 150 here. Third place is Presley, and around goes Gordon. He's up in the fence.
And out of the ballpark just about.
Caution flag at 6 laps to go, and 4 cars tangle at turn 3. Mike Porter, Ricky Craven, Ward Burton, and Butch Miller are all stacked up in turn 3. Burton gets away. No, he doesn't.
There's just going to be 4 laps left, and it looks like that car is hung up on that berm. It's going to be hard to get him out of there real quick.
First victory of the season for Steve Grissom will come today in the X1R Firecracker 200. It'll be Grissom in victory lane. Last year here he finished 9th, 4th in 1990, and 18th in the first race here as a disconsolate Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, he's out of fuel. He's shaking the car around.
Out of fuel as he goes down at the back straightaway, trying to find anything to bring that car home. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, and maybe getting a push here from someone. Yes, indeed, someone's going to help him across. Here comes number 8, Burton to the line. Butch Miller is pushing the 34 down the back straightaway, and Jeff Burton has won in the Budweiser 300. A little bit of assist, I believe, from Butch Miller. Probably just ran out of brakes himself and tapped him to move him along.
When one guy makes a move, you're going to see all of them make it.
Will it be in turn 1 and turn 3 or the tri-oval? Here they go to 1, and here goes Irvin to the bottom. Waltrip went up high and now drops down with Irvin, and he may have touched Earnhardt.
But here comes Waltrip on the inside, but he's by himself down there.
Here comes Hut Strickland with him. Strickland on the bottom. Irvin and Earnhardt may have touched.
And comes Kenny Schrader looking 3D.
Can't do it there. Entrance to turn 3. Waltrip, Strickland, Schrader on the bottom. And Irvin running for home out front.
He got just enough lead, it might hurt him. You get that far out, the pack closes on you in a hurry.
Well, here they come. Out of turn 4, they'll have one more shot at the tri-oval at Ernie Irvin. Earnhardt comes down. Waltrip goes right down to the track apron and heading for home. Give it to Irvin. They are 3 wide for 3rd. Irvin, Mike Waltrip. Neil, I've got the red car 3rd on the outside. And after that, it's a pick'em. That would have been Todd Bodine unofficially for 3rd. Earnhardt in the middle for 4th. And Hut Strickland down on the bottom for 5th place.
On the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. This time around, he'll see the white flag from Carl Simmons, and there'll be one more circuit to go. Here he is. White flag is waving, and a spin by Jeff Gordon and Ricky Craven. They've come together in turn number 1, and this race is going to end under caution. And Joe Nemechek. Oh my gosh!
Look at Martha. She about had a heart attack. Oh, sit down, girl.
He came so close. He had to get on the brakes, and the car almost got out from under him. He almost made contact with Ricky Craven, whose car is stopped up in turn number 1. But here he comes down the main straightaway, and the checkered flag falls for Joe Nemechek. He wins wins the Kroger 200 in dramatic style. We thought it was going to be a boring ending, and there ain't no way.
There's Mark. Look at him. Is she happy or what?
Mom Martha and the rest of the crew celebrating the first win of the season and the very first win ever in Grand National competition for Joe Nemechek.
Going to have to pick the draft up going down the backstretch here, but I just don't believe he'll be able to do it.
We'll see. Less than a mile to go. And Todd Bodine, if he can hold on now for half a mile. Make it a quarter mile out of turn 4 off the 18-degree banks. And Todd Bodine will pick up win number 2 on the 1992 season. Hut Strickland finishes second. And Dale Earnhardt is third. Here's a battle of the line. Michael Waltrip, Ken Schrader. It'll be Michael Waltrip, Schrader, then Nemechek. That is 8th, 9th, and 10th. And behind him in 11th spot, Shauna Robinson. Her best ever Speedway finish.
Red Farmer finished in 12th place in the Davey Allison car.
And that's the dinner bell. Here they come.
Earnhardt back on the inside. White flag's out. This is the last lap.
That would have been a dead heat.
Would have been now right here before. Nemechek was able to get away from him, pull him down this back straightaway. See if he can do it again.
Back straightaway, Earnhardt pulls away. Nemechek's going to be right with him entering turn 3.
It's going to be right to the wire, I'm telling you.
Nemechek up high, Earnhardt down lower. He's been strong, scoots away. Now, does Nemechek have the power, and can he get it down?
Off of this corner is where Nemechek's really made a run. Here he comes to the wire. He's going to beat him to the line.
He's going to win it. Joe Nemechek picks up the victory, win 2, and for 4th place behind Todd Bodine, Jeff Gordon holds off Kenny Schrader and Bobby Labonte.
As Todd Bodine about a quarter of a mile away from winning 2 in a row on ESPN. Carries the Buick out of turn 4, will come down for the checkered flag and collect his 3rd career win in 1992 and 4th win overall. Brother Darrell has won twice in Busch competition. Michael looking to get his first win in Busch Series competition and his first win in almost 2 years on a super speedway. Less than a quarter of a mile to go for the Pennzoil colors for Michael Waltrip. There's Dale Jarrett, 3 car lengths back. Michael waves to the crowd with a left hand, and he will take the victory. Jarrett finishes in 2nd spot as they are celebrating in the pits, and rightfully so. It has been a long dry spell for Michael Waltrip and the Pennzoil team.
Looks for the distance.
He's driving outside, and here Presley's protecting inside. Will Darrell go outside? He tries it out there.
Here they come, down for the finish, ready to push him across the line if he has to. Robert Presley has won the Autolite Platinum 200 at Richmond International Raceway. Darrell Waltrip getting 2nd, Mark Martin in 3rd, Bobby Labonte 4th, Joe Nemechek in 5th, and Burton comes across in 6th.
Robert Presley, every time he races, he wins by less than a car length.
All you need, right?
Yeah, he loves the thing. Oh, we got a caution.
Trouble in 4.
Lassiter,
3 cars.
Nemechek's in it.
Ooh, there goes the point leader, Joe Nemechek, spinning wildly down out of turn number 4. The leaders did not get the caution. They're heading for the back straightaway. Here is Presley in front. Labonte in 2nd. They'll take the caution with 2 to go, and this will be the race. Into the dust cloud out of turn number 4, and Presley hangs on to the lead. Caution is out.
Look at Nemechek backing down the racetrack.
Gets another lap there. He's 2 down, as is Todd Bodine. And we'll see how they score it. To the applause of the crowd and the checkered flag, Robert Presley scores his 7th career victory, leading 144 of 200 laps today.
95 complete. Oh, we've got trouble up in turn 4. 3 cars crashing into the wall. 4 cars, solid crash by car number 47. That's Billy Stanbridge, who started way back in the field. Yellow is out on around the track. Leaders are coming back to the line. There you see Tom Peck's number 19 that have been running so well. Here come the leaders back to the side this. Ooh, right out in front of the leader comes Presley's car, darting through traffic and damaged automobiles. To the stripe comes number 1, Jeff Gordon, as it goes under yellow with Michael Waldrop in second. Got a bunch of cars in. There's Resendez, number 79, that has the whole front end stove in. They try to get down to the end of this one. So coming down for the finish on this one, we're sure that it's Jeff Gordon and Michael Waldrop. Now we're watching as they're pushing the Parsons car back up, but I think they'll probably penalize that car for taking an assist on this caution finishing lap. Checkered flag is coming down. They're going to finish, and they're Michael Waldrop went up and nudged the 1 car across as they came across the line.
Maybe what he should have done, he just should have pushed him across and disqualified him.
Disqualified. That may be what he had in mind. Well, we'll be back in a moment with more from this strange finish to the All-Pro Auto Parts 300 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I tell you, Bobby's probably just maintaining his lead. Mike Wallace is closed in, and right behind him is Butch Miller.
First, second, third. That's how close they are as they come to the flag. Bobby Labonte wins the Winston Classic. Mike Wallace has the drive of his life, and Butch Miller started on the pole and came from worst to almost first. What a finish. Strengthen his hold on 4th in the points and will close in on Robert Presley, who's gone behind the wall. In fact, he may pass Presley for 4th in the point standing with this run today. Mark Martin rounding off turn 4 to score his 7th career Busch Grand National victory. Winning by 2.8 seconds over Jeff Gordon in the Baby Ruth Ford. Todd Bodine will finish 3rd and close in the points with Bobby Labonte 8th and Joe Nemechek 16th unofficially.
Labonte into turn number 3. Coming out of 4, he will win his 3rd race of the season. And the battle out of 4 to the line. Mark Martin leads Joe Nemechek to his Busch Grand National Championship by an unofficial 3 points.
Well, I said he wouldn't have enough time. I still don't think he has. There are 3 cars, very fast cars, in front of him. It's coming up on Ernie Irvan. Now Irvan makes the move.
Ernie Irvan to the inside. Knocks down Mark Martin, sets him back. And he comes after. Number 15, Ernie Irvan, wide open as he comes up. It's a Ford Chevrolet battle to the finish here in the Busch Clash. At the line, looking for some place to run, out of room. Give it to Jeff Bodine. Car number 15. The Bud Moore Racing Team scores a victory here in the Busch Clash, and Ernie Irvan makes it dramatic with a last lap maneuver around Mark Martin. And if he'd had just, oh, but that's the story of racing. If he had had just, and named the time, named the laps. That onboard camera, in a wide shot, he pulls up alongside. Lap car is there, down on the bottom. Scooting through comes Earnhardt. Martin works all the way to the top.
Okay, which one is Ernie Irvan going to help? He'll help the Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt and hope that it'll suck him on by Mark Martin and he'll pick up a second, or maybe he thinks coming off of turn 3, he can make it 3 wide, but Earnhardt's going to take the low side of the racetrack. Here they come.
Here comes number 6, Martin, still staying on the outside, driving for the finish. Earnhardt comes back to win it.
And Ernie Irvan helped him to win that race. When he got up behind Earnhardt, got the draft just right and shot him right on out out in front of Mark Martin.
Don't ever think the factories aren't involved in Winston Cup racing.
I bet you there was some radio conversation going on there as we finish the first 125-mile qualifier. Dale Earnhardt becomes the third driver in Daytona 500 history to win the 125 3 straight years.
It's going to be between Bill Elliott and Morgan Shepherd.
Inside of Morgan Shepherd's car. There you see Elliott weaving at over 190 miles an hour, trying to hold on to that lead, giving Shepherd nowhere to run, nothing to look at.
Every time he moves over, that second car gets a blast in the nose, and he just doesn't have the power to pull at times.
Down out of 4 to finish the second 125-miler, and out to the outside. Here comes the 21 car, making a run for the flag, but it's Bill Elliott first. Morgan Shepherd is in second. Davey Allison, a Ford sweep in the second 125-mile qualifier.
That gap right there should pay off at the end of the back straightaway if he's got the momentum to do it.
Around Michael Waltrip's car. Down for the finish. Going into turn 3. Mike?
Glenwood, can he do it? I don't think so. He's pretty strong. It's just up to Morgan how he gets into turn with him.
Here they come. Morgan down to the line. Davey Allison first. Morgan Shepherd gets it all back there. Has he got anything left? Coming to the stripe. Morgan comes to the inside, and Davey Allison is going to win the Daytona 500. The Alabama gang has done it again. The son of a great champion at this track, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison victorious in the 34th annual Daytona 500. 14th career win for Davey Allison. Comes in the one race that means the most.
Come in for fuel. But nobody's there. They don't have it now. They found some. They weren't expecting it because, I mean, when he came down pit road, they were looking for a fuel can.
They don't know what he wants. There it is. It's a little gas and a little ether in the carburetor. And here comes Bill Elliott, poised to win his first race for Junior Johnson and the Budweiser Ford. Takes home the laurels and the winner's share of the Goodwrench 500.
Let's see if Junior's smiling now. I know Bill Elliott is.
Here comes Kowicki back in the main straightaway. Made it up that time.
White flag in right now.
1 lap to go. This is for everything. It's Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia on the outside. Wisconsin's Alan Kowicki on the inside. Side by side down the back straightaway. Even as they go to turn 3. Kowicki there. Elliott pulls a little ahead on the outside. Driving for the finish. Here comes Kowicki up on the bottom of the racetrack. Kowicki going for all of it. They touch and across the line. It's Elliott. Bill Elliott has done it by about a foot to a foot and a half. Incredible finish. Alan Kowicki comes home in second spot. Harry Gant will be third. And look at the tire mark that developed in the last lap on car number 11.
On the lap, they can strip all, last lap, you can strip all the paint off. Nobody cares.
But Bill is definitely awesome today. He's won 3 of 4 races if he can only make it to the checkered flag.
He comes out the number 4 turn, Paul. He can slide the rest of the way.
And here comes Bill Elliott. 3 in a row as Elliott wins on his hometown track here at Atlanta.
Unbelievable. Listen to the crowd. They are just clapping themselves up a storm right now.
And loving every minute of it. Here comes Gant across the line for second place. And there is Richard Petty, finishing 16th, starting 32nd on his Fan Appreciation Tour. The margin of victory, a giant 18.2 seconds.
Imagine that Budweiser crew. There's a race for position.
Yeah, the 26 car of Brett Bodine has...
No, I don't think that was for position. Bodine is a lap.
No, you're right. Yeah. Brett is in 5th.
That's what I get to think.
Here comes Elliott off the corner. Checkered flag is waiting. There it is. Elliott wins his 4th consecutive Winston Cup race in 1992. Unbelievable. 4 in a row. Harry Gant has crossed the line. He'll finish in 2nd spot, and Mark Martin will bring home the Valvoline Ford in 3rd spot. And we'll be back to talk to Awesome Bill, who's won again, when we return to Darlington, South Carolina.
in his 85th start at Phoenix. He was the 1986 Winston Cup Rookie of the Year. He's in turn number 3, now in turn number 4. The Ford win streak continues. Bill Elliott's streak is broken. Alan Kowicki wins the Food City 500.
There's 2 races in a row here in Bristol for Kowicki. He won the race at night last August.
And there is the 3rd place car, Ken Schrader. He begins to turn his season around. A good run for Ken. Here's John Kernan.
Time he was right down there where Hillen was.
Allison leads down the backstretch. Rusty looks to the inside in turn number 3. Will it be Allison or Wallace? Here they come off the 4th turn. It is going to be Davey Allison winning by about a car length over Rusty Wallace. Finishing 3rd was Ricky Rudd. Here comes this battle between
Labonte, Brett Bodine, and Trickle. And it's Labonte with a note. Look, somebody's got in the back of Labonte's car. I saw a piece of sheet metal dragging.
That was 9th, 10th, and 11th you saw across the line there.
Here is Mark Martin as we ride with him with a half a lap to go. Mark Martin wins the Haynes 500.
He had his left hand out waving at the crowd. He didn't have his right hand waving to us, unfortunately. And there is a happy crew,
To say the least. Steve Meal, Jack Roush, and the boys celebrating Mark Martin's first win of the 1992 season at the Haynes 500 here at Martinsville. We'll be back to talk with him in Victory Lane after this. Stay with us.
Still no movement. They run nose to tail down the backstretch. Let's see what happens now at the end of the backstretch as they set into the 33 degrees of banking of turn number 3. Ernie Irvan looking to the inside. There goes Dale Earnhardt to the outside. Ernie will follow him. Dale slides way up on the racetrack. He's in a battle for 2nd position with Bill Elliott. They move off of turn number 4 and come down through the tri-oval. Davey Allison still has the lead. He's trying to break the draft. It looks like he's going to win it. Battle for 2nd between Elliott and Earnhardt. Here's the checkered flag, and Davey Allison wins it. 2nd place goes to Elliott. 3rd place to Earnhardt. 4th, I believe, to Marlin, and 5th to Irvan. But boy, it was close.
It was close. And Davey Allison, $100,000 in the bank, 2 shots to win $1 million.
If he can win the Coca-Cola World 600, or if he can win the Southern 500 in Darlington that we'll televise for you Labor Day weekend, he will win $1 million just like Bill Elliott did back in 1985.
Last lap, Waltrip the leader, Strickland in 2nd. Sachs is 3rd, Trickle is 4th, Hensley 5th. Bodine is 6th, then Hamilton, Hill, and Spencer, and Buddy Baker. Checkered flag. Michael Waltrip for the 2nd year in a row wins the Winston Open. Hut Strickland finishes a strong 2nd, and they will advance. Margin of victory, 0.47 seconds.
Kyle just hauls it off the corner. He's got the inside. He's up to Earnhardt's bumper. Earnhardt takes it.
They're on the racing service down on the flat part of the racetrack.
And it's Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty coming to the checkered flag. Here comes Davey Allison to the bottom. It'll be the finish everybody was waiting for. They crashed past the finish line. They have crashed into turn number 1. And Davey Allison is in a shower of sparks.
He won the race, but he sure paid the price for it. What a finish, Mike, I'm telling you. The lead swapped 3 times on the last quarter mile of the racetrack.
Unbelievable.
Got a good lead. He got a good jump off that corner. That was Dale's end. This is the end for number 4, Ernie Irvan. He's better in this corner. But it looks like he drove it in there. The car got up a little high.
Down to finish the 33rd annual Coca-Cola 600. And by 3-4 car lengths, Dale Earnhardt has come home the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 for the 2nd time in his career, his 53rd Winston Cup career victory. Earnhardt has pulled it off, won his first race of 1992, and you'll meet him in Victory Lane in a moment.
He goes to lap down.
Look again.
Here comes Earnhardt. Here comes Earnhardt to unlap himself. Earnhardt moves to second. Gant can roll and coast down the banking to the line. He's out of gas. Earnhardt comes by. Harry Gant coasts across the line to win the Budweiser 500. 17th career victory. I told you, I told you, I told you.
Why would they do it at 5 laps ago?
Hard to believe, but true. Difficult area of the racetrack that he must negotiate before accelerating to the start-finish line. In this case, the finish line. Here he is, Ernie Irvan, off of corner number 11. He sees the checkered flag from starter Doyle Ford. And here it is, the checkered waves, and Ernie Irvan has won the St. Mark's Supermarkets 300 from Sears Point International Raceway. Here's the battle now for the 6th spot. Dale Earnhardt trying to hold off Rusty Wallace as they come through turn number 11. And it appears as if Dale Earnhardt will hang on. Rusty gives it one last shot, can't do it. Dale Earnhardt finishes in 6th position, Wallace 7th.
Just looks to me like Kawicki's having all kinds of problems on that transformer unit.
Let's see how he negotiates it for the final time this afternoon. The crowd is on its feet at Pocono. Here comes Kawicki off of turn number 4. The hats are waving. Alan Kawicki takes the checkered flag and wins the Champion Spark Plug 500. His second win of 92 and his 5th career victory. And the margin of victory was 2.4 seconds over Mark Martin.
Let's give a round of applause to the crew because they're the guys. He lost 2 race cars in Dover 2 weeks ago, and they fought back in here at the Armed Victory Circle. Way to go, guys.
Here's John Kernan.
After his 17th career win, Davey Allison, current Winston Cup point leader, where he's been ever since that great Daytona 500 run he had at the outset of the season. Here's Allison streaking around. Final moments. Coming down. Looking for that bonus. Looks like he's going to nail it. Here he comes out of turn number 4. And for the 2nd straight year, the winner of the Michigan 400 is from the Alabama gang.
Morgan Shepherd has run out of gas.
Morgan Shepherd running out of gas as he comes to the line. Waltrip will come home in 2nd spot. And going 3rd will be Alan Kawicki when this one's over. It's Davey Allison's time to cheer.
Irvan stretches it out just a little bit. Let's see what happens behind as Dale Jarrett hangs on to 3rd position. Irvan has the lead as they head for turn number 3, still keeping about a 2 or 3 car length separation between himself and Sterling Marlin. Jarrett is working the high side. Bodine and Elliott are low. Here they come off the banking. This will decide who wins the Pepsi 400. The checkered flag is out. Ernie Irvan wins it. Marlin is 2nd, followed by Dale Jarrett. And then a very close battle between Jeff Bodine and Bill Elliott for 4th.
And Jeff Bodine won it. Did he? The battle. Yeah, he finished 4th.
Another corner to manipulate, and then on to the long straightaway, and halfway down it for the checkered flag. Yeah, he's stretched out now over Harry Gant, and the Western Auto crew is saying, come on, Darrell, come on, Darrell. Here he comes off of corner number 3.
Didn't coast the rest of the way.
He's got it. Darrell Waltrip has won the Miller Genuine Drafts 500. Using fuel conservation, he has won. Gant finishes in 2nd position. Kawicki 3rd. Look at this battle for 4th position between Ted Musgrave and Mark Martin. Musgrave got it.
That was 5th position they were racing for, wasn't it? Well, that was 4th.
He is moving closer. The white flag is out. 1 more lap.
Doyle Ford says, gentlemen, go for it. This is it. It's that orange, number 4 in front. Sterling Marlin trying to find a hole and pull in here.
But he has a bumper there. That bumper is the car number 5 of Ricky Rudd. He's got to pass him before he can get to the 4 car. Got him in a box right there now. Yeah, Harry Gant down on the inside. He's got a lot of General Motors cars around him, and it's going to be tough.
But remember where the start-finish line is. It's a long way down there.
190-mile-per-hour chess game as Sterling Marlin tries to sort it out through the fourth turn. Here they come for the flyover. Down in the final lap. The first die-hard 500 victory for car number 4. Let's see if he's going down to the bottom. Comes Sterling Marlin, but he's still 6 car lengths back at the finish. And Ernie Irvan holds him off to take it home. It is car number 4, Ernie Irvan, scoring his 3rd win of the season, and for the 8th time in his career, Sterling Marlin comes home in 2nd place.
Not often you see a car get a lap down. Ernie Irvan got a lap down early in the race when he had a flat tire, but made it up, came back and won the race.
Kyle, I'm getting a message now that we're not going back green. Is that right, guys?
No, I don't know about that. You know more about things like that.
Okay, what we're hearing right now, Kyle, is that you're the winner of the race. Congratulations.
I'd take it and go to the house, but I got to go from a higher authority than you.
Hey, come on now. Are you guys sandbagging me or what?
Oh, you don't believe us, huh, Kyle?
Wait a second.
We have...
Watch the flag stand, Kyle.
We have...
Yeah, they got it. It's been confirmed, Kyle. Now,
okay.
Now you got the higher authority.
Went by and got the white flag. I said when he made his pit stop, you know, it was a 3-second pit stop. I said, I don't know if they got enough gas in that thing. Now, does that give me a little bit back for making that other big mistake?
Yes. Harry Gant on the top of the racetrack in turn number 4, coming down off the banking. He sees the checkered flag from Doyle Ford waiting, and there it is. Gant wins with excellent fuel mileage. Now back to 2nd and 3rd. It's Waldrop crossing the stripe. Bill Elliott is 3rd. Here comes 4th place Ernie Irvan, and 5th goes to Davey Allison.
6th was Kyle Petty.
Looks like the crew is celebrating already. They know he's got a 1. He could probably coast the rest of the way. Here's Waldrop off of corner number 4, and the checkered flag waves. Darrell Waldrop has won the Bud 500 at Bristol. Jay Gelder, the mechanic of the race, works his magic, takes Darrell to the victory. 2nd position goes to Dale Earnhardt. 3rd was Schrader. 4th, Kyle Petty. And in 5th position was, I believe,
Alan Kowicki.
Was it Kowicki?
Alan Kowicki finished 5th. Bill Elliott was 6th.
Cannot get the track dried, and we cannot get the race restarted, and so Darrell Waldrop has won the Southern 500.
About to be a big splash into the pool of champagne in Victory Lane for Rusty Wallace. 1989 Winston Cup champions under a white flag, getting ready to wrap it up. Checkers are down, and Rusty Wallace has finally done it. Put one together in 1992. The Miller car comes home in first in their own race. How about that?
I tell you what, when Rusty wins one of these big races, he jumps on the roof. They're liable to bend her up.
2nd, Mark Martin. 3rd is Darrell Waldrop in the Richmond 400.
Back straight away. Elliott so close he can taste the win, and he hasn't won since the 5th race of this season. 4th turn, checkered flag. Ricky Rod wins the Peak Antifreeze 500, his 13th career Winston Cup victory. And a great day for Rick Hendrick, Gary Dehart, that whole team.
And it appears as if he's not going to be able to mount a challenge. And Jeff Bodine is going to win his 12th career NASCAR Winston Cup victory and become a 4-time winner at Martinsville. Here's the checkered flag. Jeff Bodine wins the Goodies 500. Here's the battle for 3rd. Brett, is this Kyle Ford?
And right now they have Davey credited with 15th position.
He won Martinsville last week after a rain delay, and he has won here at North Wilkesboro after a rain delay. Jeff Bodine from Chemung, New York picks up career win number 13 in the Tyson Holly Farms 400.
And Dale Jarrett tried to beat Darrell Waltrip, but didn't make it.
Richard Petty was there, and he just couldn't get around. So he picked himself up some extra money by not making the pass. They don't think about that, though, when they're out there. They want that position.
Trying to pass that guy in front of him, and Jeff waving to the fans as he comes down.
The race is for third. Kyle Petty has this one in hand, looking for his 6th career victory, his 4th on a super speedway, and his 3rd win from the pole. Kyle Petty, for the 3rd time, breaks the bank at Rockingham. Here's the race for 3rd, and Rudd is going to hold off Bill Elliott. Rudd holds off Elliott for 3rd. And in the race for 9th, Terry Labonte held off Davey Allison.
This season. Here it is, 4th place. Waltrip's going to run off for 3rd by himself. Sterling Marlin, Bill Elliott's stablemate, trying to deny Alan Kulwicki 5 points right here at the finish.
And they're coming up on a lap car.
Out of turn 4. Davey Allison will win it. Marlin tries to pin Kulwicki down. Marlin, though, scoring showing back 1 lap down, so they come to the flag. Waltrip will be 3rd. Kulwicki will be the 4th place car, and Jimmy Spencer, his best Phoenix finish ever, will be 5th.
Comes down to Gibson. There is less than 1 lap to go around this 1.5 mile oval at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are not following the winner, the leader of the race. We are focused in on Alan Kulwicki, who is going to win the 1992 NASCAR Winston Cup